Good day. Welcome to SAI TV. My name is Fanuel Mwinding. You may notice that we have a new outlook, if you will. On your right are some of the main points that we will go over today. At the bottom are some numbers that you may be wondering what on earth these are. So the hashtags referring to the Twitter hashtags on some of the major activities that are taking place there. So SciComm, SciArt, and others will be replacing those periodically. And the numbers reflect the engagement totals, if you will, tweets, retweets, and so forth, that we'll be keeping track of and sharing those numbers. So you see them moving around, and the whole point there is to just gauge the level of activity that is taking place so that you are aware of what's going on. So you see that go up and down over time. And so let's get to it. All right. First up, the future is now. Advancing and sustaining an equity-oriented science. So this is a symposium event taking place September 20th, 2022. This is actually very, very soon. You can actually register for this. It's both in person and online. So you can click the link below to check it out. So what is it? It is actually following up on a consensus report for the National Center for Education Research, the NCER, and the National Center for Special Education Research, NSCER. And so the report's authoring committee is hosting this one-day symposium. And what they're aiming to do essentially is to engage audiences in public discussions around major messages and recommendations. We actually hope that we'll have some of the other attendees or the presenters at this event to come join us to tell us more about what exactly went on there. So keep an eye out for that. This symposium is sponsored by the Spencer Foundation. Next up, it's recruitment season. So there's lots that are happening out there. So what am I talking about? The SACNAs, ABRACAMs, ASIS conferences. These are major conferences that are aimed at recruiting minority students into STEM. And so why bring this up here? For those of you who are running initiatives in this space, these conferences are fantastic opportunities to connect with potential contributors to your work. If you're looking to also learn, I think they provide a lot of workshops, a lot of opportunities to sort of be in the knowledge space of what's going on in these spaces. So definitely do check them out. They tend to be in really fantastic locations. For example, Puerto Rico for SACNAs. And at one point in time, SACNAs was also in Hawaii. So of course, there is a cost to it, but do check them out as they provide great opportunity, as I mentioned, for engagement. Next up, federal grant deadlines. So we are coming up to some critical deadlines, one of which is the includes deadline. So this is, what is that? The inclusion across the nation of communities of learners of underrepresented discoverers in engineering and science. So this is via the NSF. The deadline is October 25th. So check out for that. They do have several categories. And so one of them, for example, is the conference grant within the includes domain. And that one actually, as the website states, you can apply throughout the year, but you want to carefully follow the instructions that are in the PABG regarding sort of the deadlines, what you use to submit. And they do provide webinars, for example, that they just hosted a couple of weeks ago, actually last week, that goes over some of those details. So do check that link out as well to learn more about that. The other one is the Advancing Informal STEM Learning, the ASL, that some of you may be aware of. That is due January 2023. You may think that's far, but it's not. And this grant as well has several segments, categories, if you will, that you can apply for. And what's wonderful is that there is also a big database that is there that you can use and see what has been funded in the past. All right, so those were the key updates. I want to now share with you what we're going to be talking about next week. So social media for SciComm initiatives. Let's discuss. Join us next week as we engage on this special segment. This was SAI TV. Thank you for joining me.